Hi, everyone. Welcome to Me, You, and Who. On today's episode, we are talking to the kids. We had an amazing opportunity to get to talk to some of our kiddos here on staff whose moms were all surrogates and ask them their perspective and what they remembered from the journeys. Some of our kiddos are 18 and off to college, and their mom's journeys happened a long time ago. Other ones are teeny tiny, and that journey only happened just a year ago. We got to listen to some of their favorite memories, stories, advice for other kids, and for other moms who are thinking about becoming gestational carriers themselves. We did do separate meetings with our bigs and littles, so you'll hear a bit of a transition later in the episode, but it was all so much fun, so silly, great stories, and I cannot wait for you to listen to this episode from the kids.
Me, you, and who? Who knew it would take more than two people to have a baby? In a world where infertility is no longer a taboo topic, this podcast will take you through all the different aspects of surrogacy and egg donation through the lens of many who walk this journey in different ways. My name is Whitney Hall, and I am a two-time surrogate, now turned surrogacy coordinator for Egg Donor Surrogate Solutions, the very agency I used when I chose to carry for two amazing families. With this podcast, it is our goal to help guide and support you as you learn about what it takes to grow a family in an alternative way, as well as hear inspiring and beautiful stories of how this path has changed lives forever. We can't wait for you to hear about just one more way happy families are created every day.
I'm Claire. I'm going into third grade. This is 8 years old. I'm 8 years old.
I'm Emma. I'm going into sixth grade, and I am 11 years old. And I'm John David, and I'm going to third grade, and I'm 8 years old.
He's my twin.
Cool. Next. Okay. I'm Audrey. I'm 10 years old and I'm going into fifth grade.
Cool.
Your turn. What's your name? What's your name? Hi, I'm Maya. What grade?
Yeah.
I'm in kindergarten, and I'm going to turn 6 in April.
Oh my goodness, kindergarten. Are you so excited, Maya, to start kindergarten?
Yeah.
I'm Miss Whitney, and I'm just going to ask you guys just some questions about when your mommy was a surrogate. So, Maya, do you know when I say the word surrogate, what does that mean?
And somebody else carries a baby for another family.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. Okay, Audrey and my children, what about you guys? Do you guys remember how you explained what a surrogate was to your friends?
So at school my friends would always be like, "Oh, so you're gonna get another brother?" I was like, "No. She's having a baby for someone else because they can't have one." Didn't recall.
That was a very hard no. I'm not having another brother.
No. I'm not having another.
No way. What about you three? How did you guys tell your friends that you were not getting any other siblings?
I think I remember I was like my best friend at the time. She would her mom was actually having for her another brother, and she told us that, and so I was like, yeah, but guess what? My mom is having my new best friend.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So do you guys remember meeting the babies whenever they came?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I remember.
Yeah.
You remember? Okay, go ahead, Audrey, and then Maya, you're next.
My mom brought the baby home with Raquel and Carl, and we were in the basement at the couch, and we got to hold him and feed him bottles and stuff. It was cute.
It's so much more fun when you get to give them back to their parents, isn't it? And they don't actually stay at your house. What about you, Maya? Do you remember meeting baby?
I met Marissa and Kevin and baby Jack and my cousin Josie, and I had lots and lots of fun with them. And on a and on a long day, I had a sleepover with them.
You guys have a sleepover with them? Oh my goodness. So you guys have all become best friends and like family, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Baby Jack smiles when I smile at him.
Oh, that is so special. I bet he loves his cousin Maya. Oh my goodness. What about you three? Do you guys remember meeting the babies?
Oh yeah, I remember meeting Caroline and Eleanor.
Me too.
You do? You were
Interesting.
so little.
And Tristan.
Me too.
Yeah. Do you remember what was so special about meeting Tristan?
I don't really remember.
Remember, we had to meet him in the car because it was in
Wait,
2020.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah. Do you guys remember meeting Caroline and Eleanor?
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I remember holding them.
So what has it been like since the babies have been born? How has the relationship been like? Have you seen them since? I know Maya has because she calls them cousins. So have you gotten to see baby Jack and Josie since he was born?
Have you guys seen them? They're actually my cousins.
They are your cousins.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. When was the last time you saw them?
On a long day ago.
A long, long day ago. And what did you do when you got to go see them?
I just actually just played them a little bit, and they actually had a beach house.
Oh, you got to go to the beach with them?
No, the beach house.
Oh, at the beach house. Oh my goodness, that is so fun. Did you get to go to baby Jack's first birthday party?
Uh-huh. and and we were just hitting Peter Pan, my dad, like my
Was he
friend
Peter
with
Pan?
the sword.
With the
And we
swords.
were
Oh my
laughing
goodness.
on the circle swing, and there was enough room.
That sounds like so much fun. All right, what about you guys? Audrey, did you get to go to, have you gotten to see baby since?
Yeah, we got to see baby Max on my mom's birthday. We went down to Ohio and met them.
How
For-
fun.
We got home from school and Dad said that we were gonna go see Raquel and Carl, so we went to Ohio.
Oh my goodness, what a fun after school treat. So what has it been like? All three of you have mommies that we were surrogates and now we keep working with surrogates. So maybe, I know my kiddos, you might not remember the journey super well, but what do you think about the fact that your mommies get to keep helping families in a different way?
I think it's cool. I think it's definitely like fun for you, probably.
I think it's fun for all of us that you get to keep helping everyone and get to help mommies and get to help their children too.
What about you, Audrey?
It makes me really happy because she gets to help someone who couldn't have a baby. And it's just a good opportunity for her to have.
It is. What about you, Maya?
Happy that mommy gets to help other families. Yeah, I am happy.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. How do you guys explain to your friends what your mommy does for work?
Work at a courthouse, but now she works for you guys. And and I just tell them that she helps other people who can't have babies to find somebody who can have one for them.
That's the easiest way to explain it. So what has been your favorite memory since your mommy's started doing all of this?
Big family dinners.
Big family dinner. Those are fun.
My favorite
What about
memory
you,
was
Audrey?
when we got to meet him. And when we got to meet Raquel and Carl, that was fun.
That's a very good memory, huh?
So what would you say to any kiddos whose mommies are about to be surrogates or are surrogates? What advice would you give to any of those kiddos if you had any? Go ahead.
Like, be really nice to the baby whenever you meet it. Like, I would also say, like, congratulations, obviously. Yeah.
Help your mom.
Help your mom, definitely. What about you, Audrey?
Maybe just don't stress about it as much as I do, because it could be scary for at some point, but it's actually really cool for her to be able to do that.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for sharing all of the fun stories about your mommies.
Thank you, Miss Martin.
Bye.
You're welcome. Bye, lovies.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, you guys. Well, welcome. Thanks so much for doing this. I really, really, really super appreciate it. I think this is just going to be really fun to get y'all's perspective of how life was when your moms were doing, surrogacy. So, okay, first, let's go around. You guys can say your name, say how old you are. If you remember, and well, yeah, and then if you remember how old you were when your mom did at least her first journey, if she's done more than one. So Hayden, why don't you start since you're in my corner right here?
I'm Hayden Palm. My mom is Lauren Palm. I'm 18 years old. And what was the other question?
How old were you when she did her journey?
4 or 5.
Baby, you were tiny.
Started when we lived in Texas.
Okay, very cool. Very cool. All right, jump in. Who's next?
I'm Liam Watwood, and I was 4 when she did it her first time, and then 9 when she did it her second.
Okay, very good.
My name is Mason Best. I'm 15, and I was like 8 years old when my mom did it, when she did surrogate.
Okay. What about you, Deegan? How old were you?
I was 7 when she was a surrogate.
7. Okay, awesome. All right, Trip Grace Maggie.
My name's Chip Inclay. I'm 14 right now, and I was 6 when she did surrogacy.
Okay.
I'm Grace. I'm 13, and I was like 4 or 5. I'm Maggie. I'm 11, and I don't know if I was like 2 or 3, that area.
Okay, so you were the teeniest. Do you remember any of it, Maggie?
I just remember being in like the hospital room eating powdered sugar donuts. That's the only part.
Oh, excellent memory. What hospital had powdered sugar donuts? I want that hospital.
We like went somewhere to get them.
Oh, okay, that makes much more sense. All right. So, okay, this is just y'all. I'm going to just ask this question and y'all just jump in. So don't worry about, being too polite. Just go ahead and jump in and then, we'll figure it out. But how do you guys remember when y'all's mom like explained what it was she was doing and what did that look like?
I don't necessarily remember when it was like exactly, but it was kind of just her saying like how she's helping a family who can't have kids, and she's just helping them have kids by having their kids.
Yeah. What did you think whenever she said it? Was it just simple or did you have a ton of questions?
I think, well, because like Liam said, I was 5 when she did it. Oh, no, I was 4 her first time. So I don't think I really understood it. So I don't think I had that many questions, but I still thought it was cool that she was giving a family, not necessarily giving, but like helping them get kids because they couldn't have kids.
Yeah, I remember the second time when we were 9, and by that time, since she already did it once, I was like, oh, we're just kind of doing it again. She's helping another family. So it didn't really like it kind of felt like normal at that point. Like we're helping another family because she had twins the first time, so it's already happened like with 2 kids. So it was
Yeah.
just like just helping another family, which was really good.
Sure, that's awesome. So at that point, it was just like, yeah, this is just what we do.
Yeah.
So mine was a little weird. Like I didn't know. All of a sudden I just realized she was pregnant because I was like 6 or 7, and I was like, "There's no way I'm having another brother." And then like she tried to explain that they put twins in her, which I didn't understand at the time, and I had questions, but like it wouldn't have made sense. Like, okay, she put an egg and embryo, whatever. And then like it started to make more sense as I got older and she described it, but
So really, it sounds like it wasn't until the end of her journey and you were like seeing all of it come full circle that you were like, oh,
yeah,
now
no,
I
like light bulb.
understand. Got it. Got it. So the end of the journey was that light bulb moment. Dean, what were you going to say?
I thought she is just having a kid for other people. That's all
And that was that?
all, really, yeah.
Yeah, simple, easy.
I remember they like used a book of like kangaroos like to explain it. And
Yeah,
then
the kangaroo
like,
book.
I remember like once a week or so, like my mom had this thing and would like tell like how big the baby was, like based on like a fruit or vegetable or something. I could
Yeah,
remember that. That was cool. So but yeah, I
that's
remember like it
awesome.
was like confusing at first, and then like I got it, and she was like, "Well, yeah, this is like what my work is." So that's how, like, so then it started like to make a lot more sense, like what she did when I was like over 8 or 7. So yeah.
Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. And Maggie, you just remember the powdered donuts. Okay, so Maggie, since you don't remember your mom's journey, how have you how did she explain, like what Tripp said, just what her work is and what we all do?
I think I was kind of like still confused for a long time until like I was like 9, but I guess she kind of just said it like whenever somebody's not able to have a baby and they're like it's just not working right and they've tried, then they just like I don't know, like take it out of them and put it into another person who can have it for them.
There you go. That works. How was it explaining any of this to your friends?
I kind of didn't like, well, they'll be like, what does your mom do for a job? And I'm just like, whenever somebody can't have babies, she helps them have, like, she helps move it to, like, the same thing as my mom explained to me, I guess.
I just kind of remember like, oh yeah, my mom's pregnant, but it's not gonna be my sibling. Like, and that kind of was like, oh, like what does that mean? So like the first time I didn't really understand it, so it's just like, yeah, that's kind of what she does. But then like the second time, it was just like she's like helping this family have a kid, kind of like what Maggie said. So like it was just like kind of explaining that, and then like helping them understand that.
Yeah. Did anybody get any weird questions?
It was like, why is your mom having a kid that's not yours? And it was like kind of hard to like explain that like, well, like this family can't have kids, so they're like kind of transferring it to her so she can have it.
Yeah, people
Sure.
have been like, why are people just having kids for other people? Like they didn't understand that those people couldn't have kids.
Oh, interesting. So you guys were almost like yeah, by the way, this isn't like as easy as maybe we all think it is, sort of like you were the door to that. Very cool. Very cool. What else? Who else had some funny questions or funny encounters?
I've never had any.
Nice. Good.
Yeah, I tell them what she does, but I've never had any weird questions about it.
It was just easy. No, that's great. I feel like it's really a lot more simple. And for some reason, other people want to make it more complicated. And at the end of the day, it's your mom's helping your family have another, or helping a family have another baby. That's awesome. Yeah. What was, if you can remember, what was the most fun part about your mom's journey?
One point. Oh, sorry, you go.
The second time she was a surrogate, we were 9, and so whenever they were like transferring the egg or something, we went to Colorado with their family, and we got to fly there on their plane, and so we just kind of spent. I don't remember how long it was, but it was our first time really seeing like snow, which was cool.
What were you gonna say, Mason?
I was gonna say, the people that we did it for the second time, they took us to Disney, or like the girl did, and she took us to Disney and bought us like a bunch of stuff and paid for dinner and everything. Yeah, she just took us to Disney.
Nice.
Yeah, kind of like what Cullen said. Our first, and like what he said, our first time we got to go to Disney too, and then second time Colorado, and it was really good to just like kind of meet a new family and like create a special bond between them, and just like the experience of like what he said, like seeing snow and all this stuff that we haven't really seen before.
Yeah. No, that's fantastic.
I think that the best part for me was not that I remember it back then, but like I remember it now, just like getting to see like Pace all grown up and like doing all this cool stuff that it's like he wouldn't have the opportunity to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of what Maggie said, just like watching like it grow, and then with like the bond, like we still go to like baseball games with the family, and like they still send us pictures of like what the kid looks like now, so it's like really cool to be able to see like my mom helped create that family.
Yeah, absolutely. Who else is still in contact with maybe one of the babies that your mama grew? Okay, so yeah, awesome. What kind of contact? What does that look like?
They just sometimes FaceTime us. Sometimes we'll see pictures of them. Sometimes we'll send like postcards to the house.
Okay, very cool. How does that make y'all feel whenever, you see that? I know you guys said it was like, it's so cool to see how your mom created that family, but what other things? How does that make you feel watching all of that?
It kind of brings like a sense of joy. Like
Yeah.
we like our family like helped them create like something that they never would have had without it.
Definitely. Definitely. I know for me, one of the coolest things, for my first journey, my kiddos were little and we were in the hospital, and then tended mom comes in. It was twins, and she came in with the little girls, and she goes, "Okay, you guys, it's your first friends." And I remember just thinking how cool that was. They got to, like, they were the first friends. They were some of those big voices that they heard. And so I think that's really neat that you guys, like, you get to be that, which is pretty cool. What's one thing, like, if you could tell other kids whose parents are about to like go through this, what would you say to them?
I think, well, it kind of depends how old the kid is, because
Sure.
yeah, like if you're young, you probably won't understand it, and it'll probably be kind of weird for you. But I'd probably just say like trust the process, because it'll seem weird at first, but then like once it happens, and like you see that family, because I remember the second time my mom did it, um, like seeing how happy the mom was on her first Mother's Day. I remember like thinking that was cool that my mom, um, uh, she helped that family have the Mother's Day and the first Father's Day that they couldn't have done. But yeah, I'd just say trust the process, because it eventually is a really cool thing.
Yeah,
For sure.
I remember like in my eyes it was like like my mom's a superhero, like she's like saving, like helping this family. So like probably for the younger kids, just like your mom is like help create this family, like she's being a superhero for this family. So like in a more way that they can understand it for the younger kids.
Yeah.
I think I tell them just be patient. Wait on your mom. Obviously, depends on what age, like they said. But they're creating a new family, which is gonna give other people in the world happiness, which is basically what everyone wants in their life. And if this is the way they want to receive or get that, let your mom do what she wants and help that family.
Yeah.
I think another thing is like it's just worth it in the long run. Like it might seem like really hard at the moment, but in the ending, it has a greater outcome.
Yeah, you're creating like a permanent bond with that family, like that. There's no other way to create. Like you helped create that family, which is really cool.
That is cool. That's awesome. What advice would you give to the moms who are about to do this? What would you say? Hey, moms, like, don't worry, or, maybe don't worry about this, or hey, these are some good things to say to their kiddos.
Go for it. Like, just go for it.
That's perfect. Just go for it.
Maybe if they're little, like this can be like your new friend, and like it'll definitely make this little kiddo happy.
Yeah. Like kind of for the mom, like it really is just like an incredible way to like have a kid, because you're creating like a special bond with another family, and also like getting like where it's still like partially your child, which I think is awesome.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Awesome, you guys. Well, I super appreciate you giving me just a little bit of your time and, telling us a little bit about your story. Does anybody have one final thing they want to say, whether a fun memory, or especially all of y'all's moms are still doing this, but not necessarily as surrogates? It's just all of our jobs. Does anybody have any final words that they would want to say?
I think maybe like another thing that you could say to mom is like, you're gonna be part of that kid's story. Like that kid gets to say that my mom had somebody who helped my mom have me, and now I don't know. I think that's just like gonna be a cool thing for that kid to be able to say.
It is a very cool thing. It's a
Yeah,
very
just
cool
go
thing.
for it.
That's the moral of the story. Just go for it. Awesome. Okay, you guys. Well, thank you. And thanks to your moms for letting them loan computers and, all of that for making this possible. And good luck to those who have football practice and are moving away and school coming up and all of that. So, I so appreciate you guys. I hope this was painless. But yeah, thank you. And if you have any thoughts or anything afterwards, just let me know, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. All right, you guys. Thanks so much. I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a nice day.
You too. Bye, you guys.
You have just finished listening to an episode of Me, You, and Who. To find out more about Egg Donor and Surrogate Solutions, go to www.createahappyfamily.com.